I love Copland. I adore him. I knew it from the moment I first heard one of his pieces, which was when I was about 6 or 7 years old. And the piece in question was Billy the Kid. There was something so beautiful about it, so direct, so profoundly beautiful, so American in the deep Steinbeckian, Faulknerian, not facile, not entertaining, but genuinely, deeply spiritually American, that spoke to me even as a child. And I cannot think of a single Copland work of which I'm not incredibly fond and which I would not happily conduct at the drop of a hat. Copland achieves many, many things in this work, and I think that its most enduring characteristic is this sense of a world gone wrong, this sense of Billy, whom we first see as a youth of 12 or 13, who is the witness to the accidental murder of his mother, which apparently is the one event that poisons his mind and sets him onto a life of crime. And the way that Copland achieves this in some really subtle ways is to take the main functions of music as we know them, melody, harmony, and rhythm, and to set them wrong, so that he takes certain very traditional cowboy songs and does things to them that make it seem like the world is slightly off kilter, that Billy's world, that his mind is not right, that something has set it off at the wrong angle. There's one, for one example, this beautiful American cowboy song, "Goodbye, Old Paint." It's the original song is about as obviously 3/4 as you can get. 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. It's like an American waltz. So the first thing that Copland does wrong is, instead of giving it a traditional harmonic setting, he makes the harmony wrong. He sets it with these very sort of stark sevenths in the bass. And as if that isn't wrong enough, he then takes the accompaniment and has it one beat late. So instead of putting it on the strong beats, he puts the accompaniment on the second beat. So it gives a wrongness to this very plaintive melody. Later on, he compounds the problem by having the big whomping bass notes, which is exactly where you'd expect the strong beat to be, on this second beat, and having those sevenths appearing on the third beat. So it's all wrong. It's like Billy's world is poisoned and set in a wrong way because of the violence that has affected him as a child. There's a wonderful drunken dance at the saloon, and so instead of having the accompaniment being traditionally C major, he has all the bass notes 1/2 step up, but he leaves everything else in C major. If you look all over the piece, there are things that just deliberately don't fit. And I think that it was his attempt to present this skewed world, a world poisoned by violence, at least as far as Billy was concerned. And Billy comes, of course, to a tragic and violent end via some very strange, juddering, offbeat chords. A big, grand, tragic ballet, by no means a facile story of gunslinging outlaws, but a tragic look at what happens when violence begets violence, begets violence, begets violence.